Good morning, Arch Villains. Welcome to Arch City Comics. I am Adam AF. Thank you for joining me today. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell for notifications so you can stay up to date on all things Arch City. So, I awoke to some very, very exciting news this morning. This comes out of Bleeding Cool. Rumor Tom King is taken off Batman? ? Last issue will be number 85. So he goes on to say, Bleeding Cool has been informed by multiple senior industry sources that the current writer of DC Comics' twice-monthly leading title Batman, that feels like a run-on sentence, Tom King, is to leave the series with issue 85, and that was not his decision. Fucking Rich Johnson, you suck. I can't believe you have your own website. Anyway, King retains an exclusive contract with DC Comics and will likely be working on other projects for the publisher, but not the ongoing Batman series. We hear that his last issue will be number 85, which would take him up to the end of 2019. Did you proofread this at all before you posted this, Rich Johnson? Gee, mini Christmas. Good Lord. Anyway, we understand that this decision went down during MegaCon in Orlando this past weekend. No one is going on the record, no one is giving unqualified confirmation, but significant people appear to believe this just went down. We await further details. Tom King joined the Batman title with the DC Rebirth reboot after critically acclaimed runs on the Vision, Omega Man, blah, 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 blah. Recently, that was up to 105, taking into account the Button and the Price crossover issues written by others. Where's it? Here. Recently, Bleeding Cool has reported on falling sales, in stores during the Nightmares arc, seeing a Batman trapped. A Batman? Yeah, I guess just one of them. Trapped by Bane in a series of nightmares. The series remains DC's best-selling regular title, but sales don't seem to have recovered quickly enough on that arc's conclusion. And recently, Immortal Hulk topped it. Immortal Hulk was a pretty good book while I was reading it. I stopped reading it when Al Ewing blocked me on Twitter for no reason. It's kind of hard to interact with somebody behind a block wall. And even today's Savage Dragon by Eric Larson throws shade in his direction. I think that's kind of funny. It's Wednesday morning. Most comic shops aren't even open yet. I guess some on the East Coast would be open. But the first thing that Rich Johnson reads is Savage Dragon. That says a lot, bud. That says an awful lot. Here's the little panel that he's talking about. It says, Savage Dragon says, "Look, you can't waste 6 issues on Powerhouse." And then some other fool says, "I had an idea for a 5-issue dream arc where we explore..." No dreams! Yeah, get rid of the dreams. But the book remained an award winner and was heavily noted on the kind of blah, 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 blah. No. Batman has been terrible. Absolutely terrible. Pretty much from the first arc. The first arc, the I Am Gotham, with Captain Gotham and Gotham Girl, whatever the hell their names were, was awful. And then Tom King just went into the same tirade that we've seen so many times. He planned out this big 100-issue arc and just treaded water. He built up, the marriage between Batman and Catwoman, and then just kind of dissolved it with the big number 50 wedding issue that didn't happen. And I was actually kind of excited about that. That was something that I had been waiting for a long time as a Batman fan, just to see Batman and Catwoman actually get together and tie the knot. But man, his run has just been, it's been so boring. It's been so depressing. All he's done is regurgitate what countless Batman writers before him have done. Scott Snyder spent years. That was one of the best runs of the New 52. Was Scott Snyder's Batman run. Him and Greg Capullo. absolutely astounding. They built a better Batman by the end of it. They built a happier Batman that was in better shape than he had ever been in his entire life. He didn't seem to have he didn't have any of the issues, like the mental blocks of having his parents killed, that he had carried for decades before that. They built a better Batman, and Tom King came right behind him and just completely ruined it. Just absolutely ruined it. It was just so bad. So I am super happy to see him go from this title. Here. Batman has been a textbook case of someone having their cake and eat it. Too. Again, Rich Johnson is a terrible writer who apparently can't afford an editor or just doesn't want to edit stuff himself. Anyway, well, now we are told that his cake has been spit on the floor and the Bat Hound is licking it up. How it ends, we don't know. Who takes over for Tom King, we also don't know. But there must be the taint of being the new Doug Wheeler, the man who took over Rick Veitch on Swamp Thing after the greenlit and partially drawn story was pulled by Paul Levitz, rather than the intended Neil Gaiman. Plenty of big-time writers didn't want that poisoned chalice, and Wheeler never found any comic book success. I cannot speak this morning. Subsequent to that run. I don't think Tom King will either. Bleeding Cool's reached out to Tom King, blah, 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 with a response. More information as it comes. I don't really care. They could put anybody else on the Batman book at this point, and I would probably go back to buying it again. In fact, number 86 might be the first issue that I go out and purchase, just to see. I want to see who they replace him with, and I want to absorb the quality that comes off of anybody other than Tom King. He's ruined two of my favorite characters, Batman obviously being one of them, and my other favorite character in the DC comic book world, Booster Gold, which he completely destroyed in his Heroes in Crisis, along with Wally West, another hero that I grew up with in the 90s. Flash, the original Flash, Barry Allen, had died in the Crisis on Infinite Earths, and Wally West took over that mantle ever since. And he's a beloved character. And apparently Tom King does not like beloved characters. He's got to inject his own sadness in them, and that's just bad writing. You know, these superheroes are supposed to be escapism. We say that a lot. We look for escapism in our comic books. They're supposed to not make you feel sad and depressed. Yeah, they're supposed to tug on your heartstrings and leave you wanting more, but reading Tom King's Batman run will literally make you depressed. So if you have any suicidal thoughts, I encourage you not to read anything by Tom King, because that's just going to come out in full force. But anyway, so that is it. Tom King taking off Batman. I'm sorry I did this on the phone. As soon as I pulled up Bleeding Cool, my computer started going haywire. Even it hates this website. So I'm doing this the Caesar way, the EVS way, Comic Artist Pro Secrets, and I'm just pointing my phone at the computer screen. So until next time, again, I am Adam AF. You can find me on Twitter at Adam_A_F. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications, and I'll see all you villains later.